Welcome to podcasts recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
All right, good morning. You all look so fresh and like you've got an extra hour of sleep. Let's all stand together and sing our opening song for the month of November. It's a wonderful Daniel Nahmod song, and You Are Sacred Love. That is the truth. What color is it? What sheet color? Oh, nice and green. There it is on your green lyric sheets in your program. All right, we ready? Yeah. Here we go. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Yes. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Let's sing that again. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are blessed peace. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. Show the way. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are sacred love. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. That is the truth. Blessings. You may be seated. Thank you, Marcy.
That was a catchy tune, right? Yeah, it was new. Yeah, making room for newness is good. It's very good, especially in this time of year. It's good to see all of you again. I've missed doing this. Yes, practitioner Sean is back from his summer adventures. If you missed me, you can talk to our card folks, because actually the card that I got at the beginning of the year was adventure, and I'm back from 5 months of it. My goodness. So hop into that fundraiser. Okay. Welcome to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living and to our celebration service. We are a Science of Mind community that teaches spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. All we ask is that you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. My name is Sean Larkin. I serve as one of the licensed practitioners on the Center's ecclesiastical team. It is my honor to welcome each and every one of you here today. If you are new to the center and joining us in person, there are welcome packets available on the table located in the back of the sanctuary, and I have forgotten my sample packet to hold up. That's okay. There we go, this fine gentleman sanctuary. Thank you so much for that. We are a community and we thrive when we work together. And for our global audience, the same information is available on our website, cslportland.org, under the About Us menu tab. Either way, you'll find a lot of information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you in your spiritual journey. Also, on our website, you can sign up for weekly emails that detail all of our events. You can register for classes and even get a free gift on your birthday. Check it out, folks. There's a couple announcements I'd like to make about things going on at our center right now. Of course, right now, our Sunday service is in person here at the center and on Facebook Live at 11 a.m. You can also get the message presented later in the week on YouTube and via our podcast. Many ways to connect to this community. Our Wednesday night meditation is on Zoom every week at 7 p.m. This week, licensed practitioner Ann Forrest Burns is leading the meditation with the title, Altar of the Most High. So dial in, get into that deep practice. We also have online Zoom groups for our Social Justice Book Club and our 12-step program for women. You can read more about them and get the Zoom links, again, on our website, cslportland.org. Next Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon, our very own Reverend Larry is hosting his legendary treasure mapping workshop upstairs here at the center. Are you ready to learn the art of co-creation? Find out how to turn your dreams into reality with scissors and a glue stick. Right? No, that's good, because it's actually good, because the outer work can be simple, because it's the inner work that we're doing during that treasure mapping that is profound. So come get your craft on. All right, mark your calendars for 2 essential Thanksgiving events. First, Sunday before our Thanksgiving is our Bring a Friend Sunday potluck and youth church preview. Rumor has it there will even be a silent auction during the potluck. So again, that's the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving, potluck afterwards, and youth program preview. Then the night before Thanksgiving, that Wednesday night, is our annual gratitude service. So join us at 7 p.m., either in person or online, to share your gratitude for the year. Very beautiful service. I'll definitely be there. All right, and then next up, one of my favorite announcements. Our flowers, as always, are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. So beautiful. Look at this stunning. How did she get these in the middle of November? I don't know. So lovely. Beauty is a spiritual principle. And today, our special music features our music director, LaRhonda Steele. Yes, yes. And of course, backed by our wonderful Friends band. Week in, week out, giving spirit a sound. All right, and today's message is The Home Within by Reverend Larry. So now I invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
Thank you, Sean. It's so good to see you. That's 5 months of hair growth, too, huh?
was November of 2019.
Was it?
Yeah, pre-pandemic. That's right.
Looking
Wow.
good. All right.
I'm just trying to keep up with y'all.
It's hard to sometimes. All right, well, let's breathe in together. Bringing our awareness to our sacred time of meditation together. Breathing in the joy and the love and the beauty of this community and to our friends out in the Facebook world. Let's breathe in again. As we go deeper into our heart space, we sing together. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world, I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God.
Yes, friends, let us go inside to that place where we are one with that which is everything. All power, all consciousness, all love, all truth, all energy. It is this one thing that we call God. I know that I'm a part of it, and I know that everyone hearing this prayer is a part of it. Thus, in that space within us where we are one with God, that which is God can flow through us, for God is the true newness, vast openness, infinite abundance, profound joy. And as we allow it to flow through us, it moves into our lives and into the world, and we see the world raise up as our own lives raise up. And I see all of this, and I know that it is good because it is God's love, God's openness, and God's abundance flowing through us right here, right now. And I give thanks for it, and I release this prayer into the action of the law, which works by principle through the intonation of our word. And so it is. And now I invite us to let this prayer gently coast into a meditation as we sit within and allow God's light to shine.
We welcome you back from the silence. A beautiful song by Daniel Nahmad. It's very beautiful and meditative, and I invite you to stay in that place of meditation. Stay in your heart space. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul goes deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love goes deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Oh, right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
Do you ever get the feeling that she's singing right to you personally? Boy, thank you so much. Wow. Well, we're beginning to wind down from Annie Rix Militz's book on prosperity. We only have a couple Sundays left. And I want to share something a little bit different to you. You know, so far she's been giving us some practical advice about how we might usher miracles into our lives, how we might change our thinking to have better outcomes. And in the chapters that I'm covering today, she talks about something a little bit different, something that isn't so intentional. And I think I'd like to kick this off with a story of a client that I had a few years ago. I think it will illustrate it pretty well. So it was a gentleman came to me and wanted to talk to counseling, essentially what I would call around anger management. And it was so interesting because I'd known the fellow for a couple years. He'd been coming fairly regularly, and I'm thinking to myself, anger management, like he's the sweetest guy I know. How does that work? Where's the anger? I don't see it. And so when I met him, of course, that was kind of my lead-in. You know, are you sure this is work that you need to do? And he said, well, it's the weirdest thing because it seems like my life is kind of compartmentalized. It's like when I'm at work, I'm an even keel kind of guy and really likable, and people take to me, and there never seems to be much friction. And likewise here at church, he said, gosh, when I come in on Sunday, it just is a breath of fresh air, and my life feels like it's going well. And I guess I'm not surprised that you might wonder why I want to talk about anger. He said, but you should see me around the house. It's not such a blessing. And so we talked about it a little bit. You know, why should his home life, why should that home environment be so different for him than being at work or being at church? And so, we talked about to make maybe a longer story shorter, it turned out that he'd been abused as a child, and that for him the home environment was not a safe place, and that even though his family was loving and his wife was supportive, it just seemed like no matter what happened, anger would be the result of it when he was in that home environment. And so what I want to talk a little bit about today is the idea of compartmentalization, the idea that, it's not just when you're at church that your prayers are answered or that your thoughts are amplified out into the world. It's not just when you're at work that the way you are and the thoughts that you have turn into your experience of the world. God responds to us all the time, in our good moments, in our sweet moments, and also in our moments of anger and less than. And oftentimes, I suspect we are different at home, in our home environment, than what we are out in public. I think there's a part of us that maybe lets it all hang out at home. Is anyone identifying with that phrase from earlier decades? And I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to realize that when we are letting it all hang out, we're letting it all hang out for spirit as well. And so the thoughts we have, the things that we do, the way we show up, it doesn't matter whether we're at church or whether we're at work or whether we're at home. God is amplifying those thoughts. God is taking that reality that's going on in your head and saying, okay, she wants more of that. She wants to experience more of that. And whether that is peace and love or whether that is anger and division, God has a way of bringing it on. And so my thought today is we're probably also most unconscious at home, right? When we're out in public, there's that little edge to us, like, should I be saying that? Should I be doing that? When we're at work, aren't there kind of a set of rules of behavior and decorum and chain of command and all those things? And yet when we're at home, it's kind of like, well, anything goes? So I want to start out today by giving you a couple tips about that home within and how we can maybe at least monitor it. That would be a good step, right? Awareness is curative. I think some ancient Greek philosopher came up with that one, and someone will tell me later who it was, but awareness is curative. That ability that we know something going on is helpful. And so first of all, I'll share you the trick I did with my anger management person. And it's no more difficult or cumbersome than a rubber band. Actually, I have a scrunchie today, and they work just as fine as well. And so what I told him, I said, first of all, we have to notice the thoughts that you're having when you become angry, because they're probably almost like an echo of the past. Something is happening now that reminds you of when you were a child and in that abusive situation. And so the first thing we need to do is decouple the present moment from what happened down there. And so as soon as you notice that anger, and it was funny, as I got to know him a little better, he would fluoresce when he got angry. So it wasn't even that hard for him to recognize. So I would say, when you begin to turn purple, when the fluorescence would come on, I want you to take your scrunchie that you're going to have on one hand and put it on the other hand and say, here you are again, but not for long. Here you are again, but not for long. Because with the awareness of what's going on, you have the choice of a different outcome. So when that behavior crops up, and of course it doesn't have to work just with anger, right? It can work with whatever you're trying to do to stop some kind of a mental or physical habit that no longer suits you. In fact, some of you were here maybe a couple years ago when we did this around complaining. Right? It's like when we noticed that we were complaining, a habit that we didn't want, we would switch our arms to the other side. And I like the phrase, here you are again, but not for long. I bless you, but you are not going to be in control of my life. The other one I want to point out, now, of course, when you're fluorescing, it's pretty obvious that something's going on. What about those times, though, when thoughts that you wish weren't in your head, you're not even aware that you're having them? Sometimes the negativity that we have in our minds, the negative beliefs, the thoughts of lack, the thoughts of not good enough, we don't even know that they're going on in your head. My other tip that I often give out is simply to set an alarm on your watch, if you don't wear a watch, on your cell phone, for like once an hour. When that goes off, ask yourself, what am I thinking and feeling right now? What am I thinking and feeling right now? And again, I recommend having, a little pocket thing so you can make a log. It's not necessary because I think you'll catch on after a while what are the predominant kind of thoughts and feelings you're having throughout the day. And then my question is that what you want to be thinking and feeling? If you notice that out of the, 16 or so hours you're awake, that half of those times you're thinking negatively about yourself and others, is that how you want to be? If you notice that half of those times you're worried about something or worried about something in particular, is this worry ultimately helpful for you? Is that something you want to be doing? See, this could be a huge aha if you're not even aware that you're having those thoughts, or that you're having those thoughts to that degree, with that frequency. Because I got to tell you, if you randomly are picking once an hour and you start noticing patterns, it's happening way more than once an hour. Way more than once an hour. And so then you begin asking yourself, wow, how much of my mental time and by extension, how much of my time with Spirit, who's listening in, do I want to use up on negativity, on lack, on worry? Because you got to know that where our thoughts go, Spirit opens the path to receive more of whatever that is. And if it's worry, if it's negativity, if it's lack, if it's longing, if it's sadness, it's simply the invitation for more, even if it's on that unconscious level. So a couple tips. Remember your scrunchie, very useful. Rubber bands work fine. A friend of mine has a ring that he moves from one hand to the other. Here you are again, but not for long. I bless you on your way. I can make changes in my thinking. I can make changes in my habit. Right? And what you will notice is over time, it's like the rubber band will switch less and less, right? Because you're setting an intention that I want to have this activity minimized, and your brain will begin to cooperate with it. Okay. So that's part of how we know what's going on in our head, part of the home that we set within, that kind of activities that we're unaware of when we're in our home environment and where we let everything hang out. The other thing, though, I want to talk about is our home is also who we are. Our home is a good reflection of what's going on in our mind. And to start out, I think I have a joke to talk about this. So the General Service Administration of the U.S. government has experts who visit different agencies and suggest ways to streamline their day-to-day routines. Well, one such expert was asked to visit the Federal Communications Commission. There were mountains of paper and various documents stretching back decades. The workers couldn't even make a suggestion as to why some of the oldest records were still taking up space. Well, the GSA expert suggested that they get rid of the clutter. Just removing the clutter would help streamline the activities. To begin with, he suggested that they throw out all correspondence over 10 years old. Well, the FCC director loved the idea, but he was concerned about the additional cost. Additional cost? Well, how will we pay for the triplicate copies that are made prior to disposal? And so, yeah, some of you might find that familiar, either in your working environment or your home environment. And what I want us to think about for a moment, our home, because that is where we let our hair down, where it is where we make up the rules, is often a very good reflection of what we are thinking and who we are. So if you want to know the thoughts that are going around in your head, if you want to know who you are, just look around at home. Is it orderly? Is it clean? Is it tidy? Is it the way you would want it to be? If it's not the way you want it to be, it's the subtle signal that also your thoughts are probably not the way you would want them to be. And a couple things I want to point out about this. First of all, if your home does tend to be on the cluttered side, or maybe areas near to your home, who has a garage that a car can't even park in? Oh my gosh, you all are, all right, a few of you are owning up to it. All right, thank you for that reality check. A few of you are owning up to it. Have you thought that by holding on to things that are no longer useful, you're preventing the flow of good to you? Think about this for a minute. I think 3 Sundays ago, we talked about the miserly heart, and we talked about it in terms of money. We talked about someone who collects money in and is troublesome about releasing it, that it's really stopping the flow of good to you, right? You're not participating in that flow of good. I got to tell you, it's true about stuff as well. If your house, if your garage, if your storage shed is filled to the brim of stuff you haven't used in 10 years, that's 10 years of good that you've been preventing to come to you because you don't have the space for it. You literally don't have the space for more love, more life, more joy, more happiness, more health, because you have filled it up with stuff. Now, some of you are saying, wait a minute, stuff is different than love. Stuff is different than joy. Larry, come on. You're confabulating things here. You're drawing parallels that don't add up. I don't think so. I think many of us are living under a mental crush of the past, symbolized by the stuff that we have collected. And if we do want more love, more life, more joy, more of the good stuff in our lives, we got to make room for it. We got to make physical room for it, and we got to make mental room for it. Another client that I had many years ago, she was entering the dating scene around the age of 55, and she was so nervous about it. She'd been single for about 10 years and was really, wanting to check out online dating services and things like that. And she had done so for a little bit of time and was trying to, really portray herself as single and available and attractive and the way you want to be. And she wasn't getting any takers on it, to be honest. Some real duds came to her by way of Match.com and even in social situations, it seemed like the single men weren't really gravitating towards her. And so we were talking about it, and I said to her, well, do you have room for men in your life? And she said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, I mean literally and figuratively, do you have room for men in your life? And she said, let's talk more about this. And I said, so where on your schedule, because she was working, a very busy woman, where on your schedule is the room for dating and for being with people? You present to me a very active, focused, driven businesswoman, which is great, but you maybe are giving off that vibe of like, I've got every second planned. Do you know what I mean? You might be kind of like warding people off just a little bit by your sense of, I've got, my schedule's full, my life is full. And of course it is, right? You've been living by yourself for the last 10 years. So of course you've filled out your time with girls' night out and, doing this with friends and a movie night with best girlfriend. And so you're giving off that vibe of the dance card is full, I think. And then I asked her, I said, also, and not that I'm suggesting you move in a man right away, but look around your house. Is there any room in the closet in the master bedroom that anyone could hang anything but your stuff? Have you physically thought about making room for someone in your life? And she said, oh my God. There isn't room for anybody. She says, I've been working so hard, there almost isn't even room for me. But for sure, there isn't room for someone to be a steady, loving influence in my life. And it was a huge aha. So yes, the things that we save, the things from the past, the things that we're not using, the mental fullness of our lives are keeping our good away from us. Let me phrase it another way. Is everyone familiar with the idea of the same old, same old? Someone asks you, how are you doing? And nothing really has changed. So you say, oh, well, it's just pretty much same old, same old. You are keeping it that way. And for a lot of us, that's okay. For a lot of us, our lives are great, and we don't necessarily want a lot of changes into it. But if there is something that you would like to see changed, if there is an improvement that you would like to be made, if you do want more love and more life or more health or more whatever, you do need to make room for it. And when you're sending out the same old vibes, when you're saying my life is good, right? And you notice the period at the end of that sentence, my life is good. That's all you can expect. Where's the newness? Where's the openness? Our home, our interior home, the home within, needs to have room for new ideas, new points of view, new ways of being, unless we're completely satisfied. So some practical tips. First of all, practical tips in the physical world. Declutter, make room physically for new things to come to you, and it will help free your mind. Consider putting the car in the garage again. It's possible. It really is possible. Consider that the attic should just be insulation, right? It's get everything out of the attic, get it to charity, and then you can put 3 more layers of insulation up there, and think of the money you'll save. The second tip that I have, though, is for decluttering your mind. And again, back to the tips that we had earlier about knowing what's going on there, and is that what you want to be going on there? Those are the first steps towards decluttering your mind. And the combination of decluttering your home and decluttering your home within are the keys to greater success. You may not think this is attached to money. You are wrong. When there is room for good in your life, it will take the form of good people, good times, good love, and plenty of money to support those things. So I want to close today, of course, with homework. Look around your home. Is it a reflection of your thoughts? And is it a reflection of the way you would like your thoughts to be? So I'm not asking you to take any action. I just want you to notice. Is your home an accurate reflection of your thoughts and beliefs? And is that the way you want it to be? Is that the way you want it to be? So I'm going to close with a quick quote from the book and a prayer. Militz says, fill your home with blessings. Remove every suggestion of discontent. If there is a room that savors of selfishness or impurity or deadness in its mental atmosphere, it's time to heal it. You can do it by a half hour of silence in it every day in which you meditate upon the omnipresence of heaven on earth. The richness of your spirit must enter the place where you reside, even though it be a cellar or a bedroom. It must permeate it. The ease and comfort of a rich consciousness must radiate from your personality. For riches draw riches. I'm going to say that one again. The richness of your mind will draw richness to your home and to your world. For riches draw riches, and prosperity gravitates to the things and the people that are like it. Let us pray. There is one power, one presence, one life, one goodness. There's only this one thing, and what I know about this thing, this God, this Spirit, is that it is the storehouse of all good, all love, all life, all joy, all health. It's all within this one thing called spirit. And spirit is so freely giving of itself always. When we have space in our lives for the good, it will come. When we have a willingness to change our thinking towards the good, it will come. When we are silent in our own space, in the own enclave of our heart, and allow it to open even slightly, the good will come. And so I'm grateful for this. I acknowledge my gratitude. What a blessing it is to be here on planet Earth. What a blessing. I let it be, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you. Now is our time of conscious contribution. I invite you to take out your tithe or your gift. Those of you online can go to our website at cslportland.org/donate. Either way, I invite you, if you care to repeat after me. Graciously I give, from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive. Would the ushers please be in receiving the gifts?
All right. Let's sing our receiving chant today. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More, much more. More than enough, more than enough. I am more than enough. I have more than enough. There is more than enough. More, much more. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough, more, much more, more than enough, more, much more than enough. Thank you, Marcy. That song was written by our own practitioner, Marcy Beck. Yeah. All right. So we have a song. Our next song is also an original. Yes, I rewrote it while Larry was speaking. See, that's how original it is. Oh, it's good if I remember it. All right. Along life's path, each step I take is a choice I make. When guided by the light within, I breathe and I leap again. I choose to be happy, yeah. I choose to be free. I choose to live authentically, yeah. Be here in the moment, letting go of the past. Each step that I take sets me free at last. Now on this journey of awakening to all the good of God and everything, accepting life as it ebbs and flows, I lean in to the dynamic energy flow, and I choose to be happy. I choose to be free. I choose to live authentically, yeah. Be here in the moment. Let go of the past. Each breath that I take, it sets me free at last. Oh, yeah. Jim Solberg. Happy, yeah. I choose to be free. I want to live, yes. I want to live authentically, be here in the moment. I got to let go of the past. Each step that I take, it sets me free at last. Happy, yeah, yeah. Free. I want to live, oh, authentically. Be here in the moment. Let go of the past. Each step that I take sets me free. Blessings. Thank you.
Talented songwriter as well as amazing singer, I'd say, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. Before the blessing, I do want to make an announcement. Some of you have taken my Hermetics class before, and you'll remember one of the main Hermetic principle is the principle of rhythm, the idea being that there is an auspicious time for everything under the sun. And today I would like to announce my retirement. And I'm probably going to tear up a little bit. You know how much I love you all, and you know how much ministry means to me. But, you know, God has sent me 3 different signs about retirement. And there's that old joke, if you remember, about the gentleman in the flood. And first God, you know, sent him the rowboat, and then the Coast Guard came to try to save him. And finally, he's up on the roof, and the water's rising, and the helicopter comes, and he says, "No, no, no, I don't need you. I trust God will send me a sign." Well, a couple years ago, really the pandemic gave me the first sign. It's like, do I really want to be a televangelist? It's like, do I have the interest and the technical expertise to do okay at being online and being that telepresence? And so I talked myself into it, and I think I do okay. I'm not quite Tammy Baker, Faye Baker. I'm not, you know, quite what I need to be, I think, to reach the masses. But I've done okay. That was the first sign, though, really. You know, Larry, you ought to be thinking about retirement. All of your friends are retired. Would be a good thing. And I kind of like, not yet, Spirit. Then, you know, this year with cancer, it was interesting. I'm glad to say my treatments are over. Every reason to know that I'm cancer-free. Good to go. You know, bless you for your prayers and your love. I feel good, feel healthy, and at the same time, it was a good sign. You know, if there's to be a next chapter of your life, maybe you should be on with it. And then finally, I've shared with you really the miraculous appearance of a beach house for us to move into retirement. All I can say is it looks a lot like the helicopter. And so I love you dearly, And of course, our board of directors has been working on first an interim minister. I think that's all but lined up now. I think there's a couple choices that they get to make on having an interim minister. The interim minister will lead you all, because it's a group process, into what's called the co-creation process for bringing your perfect and even better, new and improved minister to you. So I know things are in good hands. I know some of you will go through a bit of a grieving process, as will I, because this is a change in our relationship, right? There's no other way of thinking about it. And of course, you'll get to bother me to all heck and back for the next 2 months. The effective date is January, so we still have a couple months to swap stories and have some fun. My plan is to be in the bookstore every Sunday. Well, not this Sunday, I have a new member class, but starting next week, I'll be in the bookstore every Sunday, and we can share memories and enjoy one another. I suspect they're planning a party for me. I'll let you know when that's officially scheduled. I also know that in December there will be a town hall meeting with home office involved to let you know what the whole process of getting a new minister is like, and your support, of course, in making that happen. So I know you're in great hands. And gosh, the last 15 years here have meant everything to me. You are my family. You will remain my family. So bless you all. So let's see, just a couple brief reminders before our closing song. It's not too late to become a member. I'm actually teaching a class in like half an hour upstairs. So if you've always wondered what it would be like to be a member, I'm teaching a class, and you'd be welcome. We can sign you up on the spot. We do have, I think, 5 other people that will be joining us upstairs and online. So count us in for that. Also want to remind you about prayer support. We have many, actually, licensed practitioners here today. I know that at least 2 of them will be present at the apron of the stage. We talked about miracles last week. What about a 2-minute miracle? You can come forward with something that's bugging you. You will get an amazing science of mind treatment. You will go home a changed person. We also have prayer requests on the back table next to Kay there. Fill one of those cards out. It's our pleasure to pray for you throughout the week. And for those of you online, or really anyone, anytime, our website, cslportland.org, at the bottom of every single screen is a link that says make a prayer request. Somehow through the magic of the internet, those get emailed out to all 12 of our licensed practitioners, and we begin praying immediately. I think it's time for a benediction. If you'd like, you can stand and just repeat after me. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I expect it.
I expect it.
And I am it.
I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
Please know with me that you are never alone. If at any time during the day or night, if forgetfulness might creep upon you, I invite you to go within. On that altar of the Most High, remember you are loved. And in gratitude for this certainty, I let it be, and so it is.
So it is.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so
If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have inspirational services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our online listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.